2. Many people warned this person to stop messing with you. They are going through spiritual attacks now that can't be explained. Archangel Michael says, the moment they chose to interfere in your life, they disturbed a sacred boundary. This wasn't just a simple mistake, this was a spiritual violation. They were warned, but they ignored the signs and laughed at the consequences. They thought their actions would go unnoticed. But heaven watches what eyes cannot. And now, they are experiencing a chaos they can't outrun. Whispers follow them. Heavy silence clings to their rooms, and nothing in their world feels normal anymore. Type Amen to get blessing 333. At first, it looked like ordinary misfortune. Lost things, broken deals, strained relationships. But now, it's gone beyond coincidence. The energy they stirred has returned to them tenfold. What they projected toward you is now circling their own lives. They feel watched even in the daylight. Their spirit is restless. Their mind is noisy, sleep has become a stranger to them. Type Amen to get blessing 482. They thought your silence was weakness. But it was power under protection. You didn't need to fight because the divine already stood in front of you. Each time they spoke your name with malice, they sent out an invitation. But what came to their door was not what they expected. Now, they are living with visitors they can't see and can't silence. Apologies are too late. The warning signs are louder than ever, and their own reflection now frightens them. Type Amen to get blessing September 1974. They wake up at 3 a.m., hearts racing, no reason in sight. It's not fear of the night, it's fear of themselves. Because something inside them knows, they've gone too far, others around them warned them to stop. To leave you alone. To walk away before it was too late. But they wanted control. They wanted to watch you break, instead, they are the ones unraveling. Type Amen to get blessing 618. Strange sounds follow them, and lights flicker for no reason. Their dreams are filled with shadows calling out names they no longer remember. What they thought was just a joke is now a full-blown haunting. They tried to speak ill of you in secret. Now, their secrets speak loudly through consequences. They lost things they can't get back. Their face has changed. There's a heaviness behind their eyes, and their spirit feels disconnected from the world. Type Amen to get blessing 205. The people who supported their actions are starting to walk away. No one wants to be around the energy they carry now. The same people who laughed with them now look at them with quiet concern. This is not karma. It is divine redirection. They were warned by people and by dreams. But arrogance made them deaf. Now, they hear everything too clearly, even silence feels too loud. And peace has packed its bags and left their soul. Type Amen to get blessing 789. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. They tried to plant doubt in your mind, they tried to create confusion around your name. But heaven responded with clarity. You may not have seen everything, but your spirit felt it. And what your spirit felt, the divine acted on. Now they are trying to run from shadows of their own making, doors close before they reach them. Phones ring with no one on the line. And their nights are longer than they've ever known. Type Amen to get blessing 412. They said your light was too much, so they tried to dim it. But now, their world is darker than they imagined. Even their reflection looks unfamiliar. Their spirit is unsettled. And they feel a weight they can't explain. This is what happens when someone ignores every spiritual red flag. When ego becomes greater than truth. When a heart hardens, even while being warned. Type Amen to get blessing 654. You were protected from the worst of it, because the moment they acted against you, a barrier was raised around you. One they could not see, but one they felt. They tried to return again and again, but nothing would let them through. They saw you glowing and misunderstood it. They didn't know your glow came from grace. Now they are trying to fix what they broke. But the energy has taken root, and it's draining them faster than they expected. Type Amen to get blessing 809. They try to send harm your way, and now harm walks with them. Even when surrounded by others, they feel alone, because spiritually, they are isolated. The peace they once knew has been replaced with tension. The lightness in their chest is gone. Replaced by pressure that won't lift. The people who once believed in them are doubting, because they see the change. And they don't want to be caught in the storm. Type Amen to get blessing February 2024. They hear whispers when no one speaks. They feel watched when no one's around. Their mind is no longer safe ground. All because they crossed a divine boundary. The kind that people warned them about. But they laughed, thinking there would be no consequences. Now even their laughter has left them, their joy evaporated slowly. And now, they wake up hoping for silence. Type Amen to get blessing 336. You didn't have to speak a word. Your silence was your strength, and heaven answered on your behalf. Archangel Michael says, some battles don't need swords, just truth. Your truth has stood firm through every attempt. And now their lies collapse on top of each other. They don't recognize the person they've become, because their actions invited spirits they didn't understand. And now, they're searching for ways to undo what they did. Type Amen to get blessing 771. But some energies don't reverse easily. Especially when warnings were ignored, especially when the intention was harm. They thought your kindness meant you were unguarded. They forgot who stands behind you in the unseen. And now, they are learning. You are rising even as they fall, because your light comes from a place they cannot touch. And your name is protected in realms they never reached. Type Amen to get blessing 153. They cannot sleep. They cannot rest, because the spiritual world won't let them forget what they did. They hear knocking that no one else hears. They feel chills even when the room is warm. And their dreams are filled with faces that carry judgment. People warned them. But pride stood taller than reason. Now pride has left them, and all that remains is regret. Type Amen to get blessing 995. They are starting to speak differently now. Their voice has changed, it trembles more often. Because they've seen things they can't explain. And they feel things they can't describe. They know they brought it on themselves. This is what happens when someone touches a chosen one with foul intent. Not only are they exposed, they are undone. And it begins from within. Type Amen to get blessing 620. They will try to reach out again. But this time not to hurt, but to beg, because they realize the power they mocked is real. You will feel a shift soon. The final breaking of the spiritual thread they tried to bind you with. And when it snaps, your path will open fully. The heaviness around your name will vanish, your glow will return stronger than before. And their shadows will remain where they created them. Type Amen to get blessing 447. This is your message of confirmation. Everything hidden is being exposed, and justice is arriving silently, steadily, surely. You didn't lose. You were hidden until it was time to shine. And now, you will rise untouched, unshaken, and renewed. They still talk about you, but now it's different. The tone has shifted from arrogance to fear, from mockery to regret. They speak your name in hushed voices. They feel uneasy doing so, but they can't stop. Because your presence still echoes in their lives. You were supposed to break, but you didn't. And now, they're the ones who are breaking in silence. Type Amen to get blessing 772. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks. With contributions of up to $20, their friends have become distant. Their confidence has turned to confusion, their once bold voice has gone quiet. They walk with their head down. They flinch at shadows. Because deep down, they know what they've unleashed. This wasn't just energy, it was divine balance correcting what was unjust. It was unseen hands removing the mask. Everything they used against you is being exposed. Every secret word. Every whispered plan. Type Amen to get blessing 119. It wasn't only what they did, it's what they refused to undo. They had moments to turn back. But pride made them blind to grace. Now, they're being chased by the very spirits they entertained, their own energy has turned on them. And the light around them has dimmed. They once felt powerful manipulating others. Now they feel powerless in their own skin. Because your protection is not ordinary, your name is written in sacred places. And your spirit is wrapped in divine light. What touches you answers to heaven. Type Amen to get blessing 506. They feel drained all the time, doctors can't explain it. Medicine doesn't fix it. Because it's not of the body, it's of the soul. Their spirit is trying to carry weight it wasn't meant to bear. And it's collapsing under the truth that they caused their own storm. That they had chances to walk away. But they stayed too long near a flame they couldn't control. Now, the fire they lit is burning everything around them. And they're alone in the smoke, searching for air they once took for granted. Type Amen to get blessing 337. You, on the other hand, are entering restoration. Your energy is renewing. Your vision is sharpening, the weight they tried to put on your shoulders is lifting. The confusion they spread is clearing. And every door they tried to shut is opening wider. You didn't beg for peace, you stood in silence. And that silence invited divine movement. Now your enemies are answering to what they tried to summon. This isn't revenge, it's alignment. This isn't hate, it's healing. Your spirit is being rewarded for not retaliating. Type Amen to get blessing 684. Archangel Michael says, the spiritual attacks they sent toward you were intercepted. Angels surrounded you at your weakest, and you were shielded. Even when you didn't know, even when you were tired, you were never alone. The pain you felt wasn't defeat, it was stretching. You were being prepared, and now, you're walking into the life they tried to delay. Every seed of harm they planted has returned to its source. And it will not stop until the cycle is complete. This is the result of disrespecting divine order. Your peace is no longer negotiable, your light is no longer hidden. And their power is no longer real. Type Amen to get blessing 888. Let this message confirm everything your heart already sensed. You were not paranoid, you were prophetic. You weren't overreacting. You were discerning. And your silence wasn't weakness, it was wisdom. Now, as they spiral, you will rise. As they are confused, you will gain clarity. As they lose favor, you will walk in purpose. Because protection is not always loud. Sometimes, it moves in quiet waves. And now those waves are returning everything to where it belongs. Type Amen to get blessing 404. You may still feel remnants of what they tried to put on you. But it's fading. Their grip is gone. You will feel lighter each morning, your laughter will return without effort. And your body will heal where stress once lived. They cannot escape the process. Because they activated something ancient when they came against you. Something sacred and deeply guarded. Now they are learning that spiritual law cannot be tricked. And they are paying for the games they played in the dark. Even their sleep whispers your name back to them. Type Amen to get blessing 238. Your journey is shifting fast now. Expect sudden changes. Expect divine replacements. Things will come to you that were once delayed. Doors they tried to block will swing open. And people will appear who are truly aligned with your growth. They tried to reduce you. Now they're watching you expand. And their silence speaks more than their words ever could. Their voice trembles when you walk in the room. Their spirit senses your authority, and your light now makes them retreat. Type Amen to get blessing 765. You have nothing to fear from them anymore. They already sealed their own fate the moment they refused to stop. And you've already been moved to higher ground. Stay focused. Stay in alignment. Don't look back. Let their chaos be theirs. Let your peace be sacred. Let your blessing speak louder than any revenge ever could. They watch you from a distance now. Not with confidence, but with quiet fear. Because your peace has become untouchable. They used to speak your name with arrogance, now they speak it only in whispers, behind closed doors. Even their allies sense something has shifted. They try to control your narrative. But the truth rose through everything. And now, even their lies are falling apart. Type Amen to get blessing 553. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks. With contributions of up to $20, their world feels heavy. Their hands shake when no one's watching. And every attempt to restore their image ends in deeper confusion. You were always honest in your path. That's why the spiritual realm stood with you. And that's why nothing they did could truly prosper. Now the same energy they misused is returning with force. And it's targeting every area they thought was safe. Their comfort has turned to chaos. They're surrounded by things they once used to feel powerful. But now, none of it protects them. Everything they built on false ground is cracking. Type Amen to get blessing August 1941. The attacks they sent in secret are now echoing in their own lives. They lose things without explanation. They forget appointments, words, and names. The spiritual weight they once tried to drop on you now drags them down daily. Their mind is overwhelmed. Their body feels tired constantly. No doctor can diagnose it. No friend can save them from it. Because it's not something external, it's within. This is spiritual justice. The kind that doesn't require noise, only divine timing. Type Amen to get blessing February 1998. They want to apologize, but pride is still holding their tongue. Yet their energy tells the truth, they're breaking. They're unraveling piece by piece. They once thought they could operate in darkness forever. Now even their shadows feel unsafe. Because they disturbed the spirit of someone covered in light. Their sleep is interrupted. They wake gasping, trembling, reaching for air, but they cannot escape what they called upon. And it will not stop until they surrender. Not to you, but to truth. To divine order. Type Amen to get blessing 670, you didn't curse them. You didn't need to. Truth alone defends those who stay in alignment. Now, even the mirror reflects what they try to avoid. They don't like who they've become, and the people around them are starting to notice. It's not just spiritual now. It's visible. Their face is tired. Their tone is different, and their laughter has no joy behind it anymore. They speak, but no one listens. They try to gather, but people drift away. Their influence is crumbling. Type Amen to get blessing 901, they're still trying to pretend. Still holding on to the illusion of control. But every day, it slips further away. Because they tried to rise by pulling someone else down. And the universe never honors that. Now their own foundation shakes with every step they take. They are haunted not by ghosts, but by choices. They are chased not by demons, but by deeds. And nothing they touch holds peace. You, however, are beginning to glow again, not just in spirit, but in body, in presence. The heaviness is lifting. Type Amen to get blessing 447. Even your silence feels loud now. Because it carries the sound of victory, and they hear it in their own failures. They once wished you would lose your balance. Now they can't find their own footing. And the difference is being witnessed by all. The very people they tried to turn against you are watching this unfold. Some are silently returning to your side. Because they know the truth has surfaced. This isn't about revenge. This is about restoration. And you are walking straight into it. Type Amen to get blessing 179. Archangel Michael says, divine energy never forgets those who walk with clean hands. And your path has been protected since the beginning. Even when you didn't see it, angels surrounded your every step. You were never truly in danger, because heaven already knew the plan long before they formed it. Now their weapons are breaking in their own hands. They underestimated the light around you. And now, they fear the very force they mocked. Because it's real, and it's here, and it's dismantling everything built on pride and deception. It's leaving nothing untouched. Because what's hidden always comes to light. Type Amen to get blessing 566. Their voice shakes when they speak now, not because of fear of you, but fear of truth. Because it follows them everywhere they go. You were never in competition. You were on your own journey. And now, you're reclaiming every piece they tried to steal. Your name is being restored. Your energy is returning stronger. And their words are now meaningless. Every rumor they spread is dissolving. Every plan they made is breaking in silence. Their power is gone. Type Amen to get blessing August 1932. Their world is quiet now. But not the peaceful kind. The kind where shadows speak louder than words. They feel exposed. Not because someone revealed them, but because truth always reveals itself. And their spirit can no longer carry the weight of deception. They want to undo the damage. But time has passed, and now, only their own healing journey can save them. You are free. You are rising. You are untouchable. Type Amen to get blessing 101. They thought they would remain in control forever. That no one would ever find out what they did. But now, every hidden move is surfacing like smoke through cracks. Their body feels cold even under blankets. Their heart races when it's quiet. Because something inside them knows the spiritual price has only just begun. The same mouth that cursed your name now trembles at the thought of being exposed. They hear your name and immediately feel a pull in their chest. It's not guilt, it's consequence. Type Amen to get blessing 644. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks. With contributions of up to $20, you're not the same person you were when they started. You've transformed in silence. Strength has become your shadow. They tried to break you down with whispers and manipulation. But now, every crack they left behind has filled with divine light, and that light now reflects back onto them. They can't sleep without seeing your face in their dreams. They can't enter a room without sensing judgment hanging in the air. This isn't paranoia. It's the presence of truth. They feared your power before. But now, they fear your peace. Because your calm is louder than any revenge. Type Amen to get blessing September 2021. Everything they gained by harming you is falling apart, their business, their love life, their circle, all shifting. Because the root of their success was stolen energy. They pulled from your strength without asking. And now the strength they borrowed has returned to its rightful source. Leaving them drained, bitter, and alone, the people they boasted to have started walking away. They can't maintain the illusion anymore. Their smile is empty, and their spirit even more so. You'll hear of their sudden losses. Unexpected downturns, silent breakdowns. Type Amen to get blessing 360. But you won't feel pity. Because they were given time. Many chances, many signs, this is not your burden to carry. Your only responsibility is to rise, fully. To step into everything they tried to hold back. Your steps are now being watched by a greater audience. Your name is being restored by mouths that once tried to destroy it, because grace always outlives gossip. You are not forgotten. You are favored. And the storm they sent was only a setup for your elevation. Type Amen to get blessing 702. Archangel Michael says, those who walk in pride and plot against purity will always face the divine mirror. And now that mirror is in front of them. Every shadow, every lie, every manipulation, it's all staring back. They speak less now. They keep their circle tight out of fear, not loyalty, and still, betrayal follows them. What they planted in secret is blooming in public. And they have no control over the harvest. Because what's sown in dark always grows toward light. You, however, are glowing in ways you didn't expect. Even on quiet days, you shine. Even in silence, your presence speaks. Type Amen to get blessing April 2017. The next phase of your life will be different. Doors will open faster. Your steps will feel lighter. The spiritual pressure has lifted. The interference is gone. Their connection to your energy has been cut. You don't owe them closure, you don't owe them conversation. You owe yourself peace. And peace is what's blooming now. From your home to your mind. From your name to your heart, type Amen to get blessing 584. You'll start to see their name less and less. They'll fade. Not because you ignored them, but because heaven erased their access. The divine doesn't just defend, it deletes, and every trace of their energy is being removed from your path. Even the memory will lose its sting. You are not a victim of what they did. You are a vessel of divine justice. And justice has been served without a single word from your lips. Let them explain their downfall to those who once believed them. Let them carry their own energy now. Because none of it belongs to you anymore. Type Amen to get blessing September 1999. You are free, you are protected. You are surrounded by light that can't be penetrated. Let the past remain in ashes. Because what rises now is sacred. And nothing they do can interrupt it. They may try again. But this time, they will not find you where they left you. You've ascended above their reach. This is your season of restoration. Let it be loud in blessings, let it be quiet in revenge. Type Amen to get blessing January 2020. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks. With contributions of up to $20, the chapter is closed. Not because they said sorry, but because your soul said enough. Now watch what happens next. Peace like never before. Doors with your name on them. Favor that surprises even you. And as they sit with what they caused, remember. Your silence was not weakness. It was divine wisdom. Your survival was not luck. It was written. And now, your victory will echo forever.